Thanks to the Fallout TV show, I've been in the mood to play Fallout again. And since Fallout 76 recently got the Burning Springs expansion, it seems like the perfect time to jump back into Appalachia. Burning Springs, just like all Fallout games, is full of brilliant Easter eggs and secrets. The new Ohio region is home to tons of unique locations, quirky characters, and even a few new mysteries. Over the past week or so, I've been exploring every inch of Burning Springs, and I think you're going to really love what I've found. So, without further ado, here are all the Easter eggs in Fallout 76 Burning Springs. Head up the road just northwest of World of Corn, where you'll be able to spot a group of familiar looking skeletons slumped against a fence. This is a little recreation of the opening credits for the animated show King of the Hill. These four skeletons are a reference to Hank, Dale, Bill, and Jeff, with Dale being a particular highlight, featuring his classic hat and glasses combo, just so you really know it's him. A TV show reference is found nearby Tycoon Lake. Parked up nearby the dried up lake bed is a caravan. On a coat rack, just out the front, you'll find a gas mask and a black pork pie hat. These are the first clues pointing to this location being a reference to Breaking Bad. The caravan represents the RV used by Walt and Jesse to cook, and the black hat is very similar to Heisenberg's signature hat. If we continue to explore the area, we'll see that there's a chem lab that's been set up inside the caravan, even featuring the periodic table on the wall, a key piece of iconography from the series. There's also two chairs set up outside, likely for Walt and Jesse, but we also find a lone corpse inside the caravan. Perhaps my favourite detail are the bullet holes in the door. These are a direct reference to the pilot episode of Breaking Bad, where Walter locks Crazy 8 inside the RV, causing him to shoot the door to try and escape. This likely means that the body that we see inside is actually supposed to also represent Crazy 8. There is actually a second, very similar caravan just north of Starlight Drive-In. Again, there's a small chem lab inside, and the door this time has been completely blown off its hinges. I do vaguely remember this also happening in Breaking Bad, but I haven't been able to find the scene myself. If you know what I'm thinking of, then please let me know in the comments below. This next Easter egg is likely a lot more obscure than Breaking Bad, but I kind of love it for that reason. Back in 1987, a horror anthology film was released called Creepshow 2. The film was based on the stories of Stephen King, and the one we're interested in is called The Raft. In Fallout 76, we'll want to head to the small lake to the far north of Burning Springs. Out on this lake, you can find a raft, very similar to the one seen in Creepshow. On board this raft, we see a skeleton with one of its legs stuck in the boards. This is a reference to the fate of Deke from the movie. To tie this Easter egg together, in the water beside the raft, we can also see the mysterious black goo from the film, likely waiting for its next victim. I want to believe that someone over at Bethesda is a fan of Call of Duty Zombies, but the cynic in me thinks these next Easter eggs are just a result of the collaboration between Fallout and Black Ops 7 for the new season of the TV show. But with that being said, there are actually quite a few zombies Easter eggs to be found in Burning Springs, and it's not their fault that Black Ops 7 sucks, so let's take a look at them anyway. The first COD Zombies Easter egg we'll take a look at can be found in the Rust Kingdom. This place feels like a maze, but if you manage to find this area, you'll spot a teddy bear sitting on 3 crates. This is a great little recreation of the mystery box location seen here in Black Ops 1. My only wish is that these crates were also filled with guns to give us that full mystery box experience. Funnily enough, the same Easter egg can be seen in 2 other separate locations, but the one that we just looked at is easily the easiest to find. The next mystery box location is found inside the church north of the chop shop. Just head up to the church roof however you can, and drop through the roof onto the upper floor. Can be a little tricky to pull this one off, but if you do manage it, you'll be able to find the next mystery box location under the bell tower. One final mystery box location, and easily the hardest to find, is directly southeast of the church. At this location is an unmarked farm. This place has had a lot of speculation regarding it being a reference to The Walking Dead, mostly due to the lone feral ghoul found here and the body in the well. But I actually believe this is much more likely a reference to the Zombies map Farm from both Transit and Ashes of the Damned. The area features the same 3 buildings as we see on the Zombies map, and there's even a pickup truck in the area, just like Tessie from Ashes of the Damned. The final nail in the coffin for this Easter egg is found inside the barn. If you use photo mode to clip through the wall, on the upper floor you can find the 3rd and final mystery box. And this one even comes with a little message. Honestly, that seems like plenty of COD Zombies Easter eggs, but if we head over to Highway Town, we can find even more. Inside the town, head on over to the general store, where you can find this display beneath the counter. Every item in this display is a COD Zombies reference, including a Thirst Zapper representing the ray gun, a bottle of Nuka-Cola Quantum that looks a lot like the classic version of Quick Revive. Once again, we have another teddy bear, just like on the mystery boxes, which is a reference to Samantha's teddy, and best of all, Fallout 76's very own monkey bomb, made from a cymbal monkey with TNT strapped to its back and sporting a very fashionable fez. That's enough thinking about Call of Duty for one lifetime. Let's have a bit of a palate cleanser with some movie Easter eggs. Along the road east of Ashens, you'll spot a police car that's pulled over a particularly strange vehicle. This somewhat makeshift car looks to be built from a combination of wood and household furniture. I have to admit, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think this is a reference to the Beverly Hillbillies, who have a very similar makeshift car. In the Hillbillies' favour, 2 men sit at the front and 2 women in the back, on what looks to be a kind of sofa. So this really could be what the Easter egg is referencing. But as always, if you think you have a better idea, then let me know in the comments below. From one strange car to another, this next Easter egg is found only a short distance east. In this area, just off the train tracks, you'll find a cave. Inside the cave will be a heavily modified car like nothing you've ever seen in the wasteland. From the familiar looking rear end to the gauges behind the driver's seat and even the black cowboy hat, all of this comes together to make this a brilliant Easter egg to Back to the Future Part 3. This car is clearly a reference to the DeLorean that Marty McFly hides inside a cave just like this in the movie. This really is a must-see location for any Wasteland wanderer, so make sure you pay it a visit next time you're near Athens. Let's quickly head back over to the church now for another Easter egg. Out the back of the church, there's a small graveyard. One of the graves will have been dug up, but more interestingly, on that tombstone will be a couple of poker chips. This is likely a small reference to the opening of Fallout New Vegas, in which the courier is shot in the head, buried in a shallow grave, and left for dead by Benny, all in order to steal the platinum chip. All of which sets the story of New Vegas in motion. With the new season of the TV show taking place in New Vegas, this seems like a very appropriate Easter egg for the timing. Another Easter egg found in this same graveyard is a reference to both The Walking Dead and Terminator 3. You may have already noticed that the mausoleum in the graveyard has the words "Don't Open" written above the door. This is likely because the mausoleum is full of feral ghouls, just like in The Walking Dead, where we see the sign "Don't Dead, Open Inside." But where does Terminator come into this? Well, inside the mausoleum, you can find a bunch of ammo and a flamer inside the grave, just like Sarah Connor's grave from Terminator 3. While I was following the train tracks just south of Hocking Hills, I came across a small house. Heading inside, on the kitchen table, though it's not there anymore, I found a Pip-Boy cassette for the game Pitfall. Pitfall is a parody of the 1982 game Pitfall, first released on the Atari 2600. And just like Pitfall, I am terrible at Pitfall. Still, it's a good little bit of fun if you fancy a break from the wasteland. There are often strange things I find that I'm not really sure what to think of. One example of this are the suspicious teddy bears hiding at the top of this playground nearby World of Corn. I don't really want to speculate what this might be, because I have a feeling I already know the answer. So let's instead take a look at something else that's just a stone's throw away. Literally in the same playground, you can find two outhouses near the picnic benches. Opening each of these up will reveal them to be the home of a skeleton and Jangles the Moon Monkey. If you haven't worked this out for yourself already, this is a brilliant reference to the Portal games. This scene is supposed to imply that these skeletons are the same person, and the toilet themselves acts as the portal, being represented by the blue and orange hard hats, which match the blue and orange portals seen in Portal. I love it when Easter eggs are both really well thought out and still pretty easy to miss, so this is a great example of both. And I'm not entirely sure about the relevance of Jangles, apart from maybe being a reference to the ending of Portal 2, but I'll let you guys speculate about that for yourself. You may not have known this, but there has been a serial killer active in Fallout 76 for some time now. Originating in the Atlantic City expedition, signs of a killer clown were found throughout the game. I don't really know all that much about it, but what I do know is that the clown is back once again in Burning Springs, and you can find his camp just north of Starlight Drive-In. In this camp, you can find the remains of 3 raiders, each stabbed in the back and posed in a twisted birthday party. On the table, a note written by Vladimir the Clown himself, saying that he's just popped out but will be back soon. So I don't really fancy sticking around for him to show up. Burning Springs features its very own Starlight Drive-In that we previously saw in Fallout 4. It's at this drive-in that we can find a couple more Easter eggs. If we first head over to the men's room, there's a wooden wall inside this room that you'll be able to destroy. You can do this pretty much however you like, but once you're done, you will have access to the hidden staff room. For a secret room, there's actually very little of interest in here. There's a bunch of holotapes that play nothing but static, and there's also a pretty standard gun on the table. Maybe the most interesting thing is one of the employees dressed as a fish monster. It's all pretty disappointing, to be honest. The second Easter egg at Starlight Drive-In is found in the mobile home behind the movie screen. Inside, we can find a clown who's been stabbed multiple times. This could potentially be Vladimir himself, who we previously talked about, or maybe just another one of his victims. The bathroom though holds the Easter egg we're actually here for, as you can find a chainsaw in the shower. This is a reference to the iconic scene in 1983's Scarface, in which Angel is dismembered with a chainsaw in the shower. There's also a very similar Easter egg that appeared in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Let's finish up this video with a couple of references to the Fallout TV show, which is likely why you're watching this video in the first place. We'll start over at the Super Duper Mart. Inside, we can find a number of fridges housing the remains of feral ghouls. A very similar looking Super Duper Mart appeared in Season 1, Episode 4 of the show, where we also see ghouls locked inside fridges, just like in Burning Springs. On the road north of the Chop Shop, we find another reference to the Fallout TV show. The family who once lived in this house can be found dead around their dining table, having taken their own lives with rat poison. This echoes a scene from Season 1, Episode 2 of the TV show, in which Lucy stumbles upon another family who have taken their own lives in a very similar fashion. So, those were all the Easter eggs in Fallout 76 Burning Springs. Let me know in the comment which Easter egg was your favourite, and if I missed any, well, you should probably let me know that too.